What is up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 3 of simulating 20 years on NASCAR Thunder 2003. We had, I don't want to say lackluster season 2. If you didn't watch it, I'll give you 3 seconds. Okay, you should have gone back and clicked on the one before this and caught up. But Dale Jarrett, pretty much ran away with it. Sterling Marlin, Matt Kenseth had rough ends to the year. And DJ ran away with it, even though he DNF'd at Phoenix with like 2 races left. So now we're on to 2004. We had silly season happen where we got our king, Scott Wimmer, and, well, Kings, Scott Wimmer to the 7 car for Casey Atwood, Jamie McMurray to the 16 for Greg Biffle. Hopefully, I'm hoping that provides, or brings in some results for those two. I don't know if it will or not, but hey, I'm willing to try anything. Yeah, so 2004, I'm starting to learn a lot. Well, learning more than I already knew. Obviously, we're getting into stuff that I know more about. 2004, first year with the Chase. Kurt Busch wins the Cup Series after doing this. At Homestead, I think Jimmy Johnson finished second by 8 points. Is that right? Jimmy Johnson second by 8 points. Yes, Jimmy Johnson second by 8 points. Jeff Gordon, the drive for 5, stayed alive forever. Finishing in third with 16 points. Dale Jr. was the points leader.
5 times. Well, it don't mean shit right now. Daddy's done one here 10 times.
But said shit on live TV and lost 25 points and then fell apart at the end of the year. He had back-to-back 33rd place finishes. Obviously, that's the year he started off with the Daytona 500 win. And I want to say he won like 7 races that year. It was a lot of races for Junior in 2004. Okay, my bad. 6 wins. But, this was the last year we saw Junior be super duper good until 2014. Obviously 05, 06, 07, not good, and then went to Hendrick, I think, in 08. I'm pretty sure that's how it goes. I don't remember. We'll get... when we get closer to that, we will figure it out, because that'll be more stuff that I remember. But yeah, Kurt Busch, 2004 champion. Jimmy Johnson, 8 points back. Dale Jr. says shit. Bad word. Can't say that, but he did. Casey Kane, it was your rookie of the year in 2004. Casey Kane, not in the simulation anymore because he was 8 million years old and he retired already. Dale Jr., Daytona 500 champ. Jimmy Johnson wins his 2nd straight Coke 600. He also won the Southern 500. Dale Jr. won the Bristol Night Race, leading to...
Why's that? It's Bristol, baby!
That. And Jeff Gordon wins the Brickyard for the 2nd time in his career. I don't really remember. He won the first Brickyard, I know that. I don't know if this is his 2nd or 3rd. I should look it up. I'm not going to because I'm lazy. And I want to simulate. I'm very excited about this season. I have not changed the schedule. I should have. Darlington is the 2nd to last race in real life at this point, and that's cool. I wish that was a thing. Shout out Scott Wimmer in the 7. Where the hell is Jeff Gordon at? Because Jeff Gordon is the guy we need to keep an eye on. 69 career wins. Very nice. Very nice, boy wonder. Thank you for that. 7 back of Dale Sr. And then he'll start closing on Cale Yarborough and, in real life, Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson's not even going to win a race in the simulation, I don't feel like. Bill Elliott's up to 44, which is what he actually ended his career with. That's interesting because he won 2 races last season. Kevin Harvick has 4 career wins. Dale Jarrett has 43 career wins, which is 11 more than he had at the end of his real career. And puts him 1 off of being tied with Bill Elliott. I need to look at Mark Martin because Mark Martin has 37 career wins in the simulation. He has 40 in real life. So Mark putting it together excuse me, could have some more good runs coming. And obviously raced for a long time in real life. Jeremy Mayfield hasn't won a race since 2000. This is the one I'm most excited for. Jamie McMurray in the 16. Can the 16 do anything? God, I hope so. God, I hope so. And Tony Stewart, obviously Daytona 500 winner last year. Yeah, not very good. Outside of that. So, let's get into it. Race 1, the Daytona 500 2004. Obviously, we all know Dale Jarrett, or not Dale Jarrett, Dale Jr., good lord. He wins this race in real life. Let's see what this season holds for our drivers here in NASCAR Thunder 2003. Well, not a good start for last year's champ, Dale Jarrett, as he DNFs in the first race of the year. That is tough. That was kind of how the end of his last season was going. Less than a second, or less than a tenth, is the margin of victory. Holy shit, Mark Martin won a Daytona 500. What a way to kick off the video. Mark Martin over Rusty Wallace, who almost won his second. Tony Stewart almost won his second. Kevin Harvick almost got it. It would have been way cooler if it was Harvick and Martin at the top there. That would have been much cooler. Ricky Rudd 5th, Jeff Burton 6th, Jeff Gordon 7th, Jimmy Johnson 8th, Michael Waltrip 9th, and Bill Elliott 10th. Mike Skinner in 11th, Dale Jr. Where is Scott Wimmer in 21st? Let's go. And then where is the 16th? Did he DNF and I just didn't realize it? Oh, no, he just ran like shit. Okay, good job, J-Mac. I have a really strange feeling now that I got Jamie McMurray into a Roush car, even though that Roush car seems to be very bad, but I feel like he could pull some magic out. North Carolina Speedway, Rockingham is more like it. The Subway 400, eat fresh. Yeah, race 2. Let's see how this I think the season's gonna be interesting. I think it's gonna be interesting. Oh boy, not a good start. We ran 69 laps. Nice, that's good to know in the simulation. Rusty and Ryan Newman both, we're gonna say, have engine issues. Oh no. Oh no, not Mark Martin, bro. Why Mark Martin? Sterling Marlin wins at Rockingham by 6.5 seconds over Dale Jarrett and Jeff Gordon, Ricky Rudd, and Bill Elliott in 5th. Matt Kenseth. Oh my god, yes. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Jamie McMurray in 7th, Kevin Harvick 8th, Tony Stewart 9th, Dale Jr. 10th, Bobby Labonte, Ward Burton, Robbie Gordon, Jeff Burton. Where is our king, Scott Wimmer? Oh my god, where's Scott Wimmer in 31st? After starting 5th, though. Scott Wimmer qualifying merchant. We need to see some shit from you, Scott. Wow. Jamie McMurray in 7th. Yo, that's awesome. I love it. This is why I wanted to get him into a good car. Because initially, he went to the 16, and then I was like, let's see what we can get. And then he went to the 7 in another silly season that I got, and then I was like, there's a chance that both of those cars could open up, because Scott Wimmer kept retiring, but Scott Wimmer started to go to the 7. I was like, there's a chance we could get Jamie McMurray in the 16 and Scott Wimmer in the 7. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Already. I mean, we just got started, but it's already worth it as we head to Las Vegas for race 3. Oh boy, some heavy hitters. Harvick, Labonte, Newman. Ah, what the fuck? Some fantasy driver started on the pole. But 0.3 of a second is the margin of victory. Dale Jarrett over Jeff Gordon, Dale Jr., Sterling Marlin. Jimmy Johnson's had a good start to the year, I feel like. Bill Elliott, Kurt Busch, Tony Stewart, Jeff Burton, Terry Labonte. Scott Wimmer right there. Jamie McMurray right there. I mean, those guys are going to be so good. It might totally ruin the simulation. I couldn't care less. This is for fun. Dale Jarrett wins race 42. I don't know. We'll have to look at it. No, he was... Let me go. He had 11 more than 32, so it's 44 now. So now he's actually tied with Bill Elliott on the all-time win list at... not actually 19, because there's... I mean, Tony Stewart, that hasn't won the 49 races he won in real life. Denny Hamlin, Harvick, and Busch. So 15th, something like that. Yeah, Atlanta. We've had a couple of bangers to start this season off. Couple of bangers. Let's get another one from Atlanta. Oh, no. It took so long to simulate. I thought it broke at first. And now I'm seeing this, and I'm sad. Scott Wimmer DNFs, Jeff Gordon DNFs, Johnny Benson, and Ricky Rudd DNF. But half a second is the margin of victory. So another close race. Dale Jarrett wins over Dale Jr. So Dale Jarrett's got 2 wins already after DNFing race 1. He's just trying to play catch up at this point. Junebug finishes second after starting on the pole and leading the most laps, I would assume. Yeah. Bobby Labonte, Matt Kenseth, Sterling Marlin, Jeff Burton, Terry Labonte, Michael Waltrip, Mark Martin, Bill Elliott. Nobody cares about Jimmy Johnson. Oh, no. Oh, no. Jamie McMurray in 28th. What the hell, man? What are we doing? I would love to get Jamie McMurray into the 6 somehow, but I know that just won't happen. Darlington, race 5 of the year, and getting ready for our first check-in. Let's see how it goes. Oh, no, not again! Also, did anybody else see that? The 136? It's definitely a Scott Riggs 1 with the 36 of Kenny Schrader. Oh, man, Scott Wimmer DNFs again. Rusty Wallace wins at Darlington by almost 5 seconds. Bobby Labonte, Mark Martin, Jeff Gordon rebounds. Dale Jr., Matt Kenseth, Kurt Busch. Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Burton, Robbie Gordon, Sterling Marlin, Dale Jarrett in 15th. All right, first check-in. Somehow we are not in the 40s in points anymore. There's so many fantasy drivers. Okay, Dale Jr. is your points leader. Looking for 2-time champ Dale Jr. Sterling Marlin is second, 28 points back. Matt Kenseth, third. Jeff Burton, fourth. Jeff Gordon in fifth, 69 points back. Nice. Dale Jarrett in sixth after a DNF. Right? No, he didn't. Did he DNF? He may have. I don't know. Bill Elliott, Tony Stewart, Jimmy Johnson in ninth. That's the highest we've seen him in the points. Yeah, I mean, by a wide margin. 12th and 16th to 9th. Jimmy's starting to come alive here a little bit. Mark Martin, Rusty, Bobby Labonte, Kevin Harvick, Kurt Busch, Ricky Rudd, Michael Waltrip, Terry Labonte, Robbie Gordon, Ward Burton, and Jeremy Mayfield. Where's our 2 guys at? Jamie McMurray in 26th, which is gotta be up there, right? Yeah, that's best finish. Yeah, it's pretty good at standings wise. Scott Wimmer's DNF twice, which is tough, but still doing better. Yes, I'm heavily invested. No, I don't care. Tim Sullivan, Jimmy Spencer, Sterling Marlin, Jimmy Johnson, Dale Jr. all have poles. Scott Wimmer should have a pole by now. Dale Jarrett does have 2 wins. Rusty, Mark Martin, Sterling Marlin, and Scott Wimmer scaring me as always. So yeah, I mean, 6 races in, nobody has, like, nobody's gone 4 for 5 or 5 for 5 in top 5s. But I mean, Junior, Gordon, Marlin, Jarrett, those guys are going to be good all season long. And then Jeff Gordon, Bill Elliott, Dale Jr., Jeff Burton all have 4 top 10s. Junior 6.6 average finishing position, but has not won yet. Which I thought he had, but I guess not. Dale Jarrett went back to back. That's fine. All right. Food City 500. It's Bristol, baby. That's later in the year, but still, it's Bristol. Let's go see what happens. We got so much to get to. I'm so excited. 2.8 second margin of victory. It's not going to be Kenny Schrader, Steve Parker, Mike Skinner, who I expected to do a little more. I figured he'd have won maybe a plate race by now. For Ryan Newman, it is Dale Jarrett. Dale Jarrett wins the spring Bristol race, followed by Jeff Gordon, Kevin Harvick, Sterling Marlin, Ricky Rudd, Tony Stewart, Bill Elliott, Bobby Labonte, Dale Jr., and Rusty Wallace. There's our king, Scott Wimmer, one of them. Where's the other one? Where you at, buddy? Oh no, Jamie McMurray at 28. That stinks. On to Texas. Still waiting for Jimmy Johnson, Ryan Newman, first race wins. I mean, we're 2 seasons in. I figured they would have won by now. Kind of surprised. No chaos as we get our first caution-free race of the season. 2-second margin of victory. Sterling Marlin. Oh my God, Ryan Newman finished second. Oh. Man, I just said too, before I hit simulate, that I was hoping. Not quite for the Rocket Man. He led 38 laps though. Good showing for old Ryan Newman. Dale Jarrett, Tony Stewart, Mark Martin, your top 5. Kurt Busch, Jeff Burton, Matt Kenseth, Bill Elliott, Jeff Gordon, your top 10. Roush had a good day. 4 cars, 2, 3, 4 cars, all pretty much 5, 2, 3, 4 lined up. Ryan Newman is not a Roush car, my bad. 1, 2, 3, 4 all lined up. Not Casey Kane. Where is the 16 of Jeremy McMurray? Oh no, he's 35th. He started 12th though. Jamie is gonna find the consistency. I'm convinced. I'm pushing the Jamie McMurray and Scott Wimmer propaganda. I will not hear any of it. You leave me alone. Virginia 500 at Martinsville, race 8 of the year. I'm excited to move the schedule around. I don't know how well it'll work when I do it, but we're gonna find out. Oh, big blow to Sterling Marlin with a DNF here early in the season. Half a second margin of victory. 52 lead changes, not realistic at all. Dale Jarrett, of course. Of course it's Dale Jarrett. Wins at Martinsville. Jeff Gordon second. Tony Stewart, Ricky Rudd-Dale Jr., Matt Kenseth, Jeff Burton, Johnny Benson, Mark Martin, and Rusty Wallace round out your top 10. There's your top 15. Nobody cool. I mean, they're cool people, I should say, but nobody, like, intriguing in the top 15, which is unfortunate, but we'll get there. Dale Jarrett leads 237 laps, dominating half the race, you know. Just Dale Jarrett things right now. As we go to Talladega and the Aaron's 499, please, some random winner. Some random winner, that's all we want. Well, I'm liking our odds a little bit here. No Junior, Terry Labonte. Terry Labonte would be a cool one. He hasn't done very much. Rusty Wallace, Michael Waltrip, all DNF. Half a second in it for Dale Jarrett probably to win. Oh no, hey, Kurt Busch. That's a Roush car. I was close. I was hoping it would be the 16. But Kurt Busch, first win of the season. First win since 2002, I want to say. Yeah, I don't think he won it all last season. But him and Matt Kenseth pulled off Jeff Gordon to win at Talladega. Sterling Marlin in 4th, Ryan Newman in 5th, Jeff Burton, Dale Jarrett, Bill Elliott, Ward Burton, and Kyle Petty with a top 10. Where I want the 7 in the 16. Oh my God, he got beat by a fantasy driver again. I mean, Scott Wimmer did too, but Scott Wimmer got beat by a lot of fantasy drivers. Did Scott Wimmer DNF and I didn't notice? Scott Wimmer didn't make the fucking race. Scott, what are you doing? Oh, he's right there. Never mind. Oh, I was about to be so mad. As we head to Auto Club. I'm just blind. I'm thoroughly convinced. Oh, not good. Jeff Gordon DNFs. Matt Kenseth also DNFs. Ricky Craven DNFs too. That's important. Half a second margin of victory. Dale Jr. wins at Auto Club. 31 lead changes. Mark Martin, Bill Elliott, Tony Stewart, Rusty Wallace. Jimmy Johnson in 6th. Jeff Burton, Kurt Busch, and Bobby Labonte, along with Dale Jarrett down in 10th. Johnny Andretti, good run in 11th. Johnny Benson in 12th, also a good run. Dale Jr. crushing it here early in the season. Not the points leader. Did he DNF it? Yeah, he did DNF. He DNF'd not too long ago. I forgot about that. Dale Jarrett is your points leader after, I think, DNFing at Daytona to start the year. Been a sloppy season. Jeff Burton in 2nd. Tony Stewart in 3rd. Tony Stewart's in 3rd? Really? All right, Jeff Gordon 5th. Sterling Marlin, Bill Elliott, Mark Martin, Matt Kenseth, and Kurt Busch, your top 10. There's your top 15. Jimmy Johnson still not doing anything. Chad Knaus needs to cheat harder. I'm thoroughly convinced. All these polls, no wins to show for it. As Jimmy Spencer also has a poll. Jesus criminy. Dale Jarrett has 4 wins already. That's 47 wins for the career, which puts him ahead of Buck Baker, 1 behind Herb Thomas, and 3 behind Junior Johnson, and 3 behind his dad, Ned Jarrett. So that's kind of neat. Dale Jarrett, I mean, just absolutely decimating the competition right now. Sterling Marlin, 2 wins. Rusty, Mark, Dale Jr., Kurt Busch, all with 1. Scott Wimmer does not have a win. I wish he did. Kurt Busch has 1 top 5 on the year, and that was his win. Talladega. 6 top 5s for Marlin, Jarrett, Gordon, and then 8 top 10s for Jarrett, Gordon, Elliott, Burton, Jeff Burton, that is. And an average finish of 8.3 for Dale Jarrett. So, I mean, oh boy, we're in for a banger season. I can already tell we're in for a banger season. 721 laps led for Dale Jarrett. Jeff Gordon needs to finish some races here. He needs to get that 5th championship, or he'll be around forever. As we head into getting to the middle part of the season here. 1 caution at Richmond would be so disappointing. Nearly 4-second margin of victory. Jeff Gordon with the W. Dale Jarrett in 2nd, Sterling Marlin 3rd, Kurt Busch 4th, Tony Stewart 5th, Mark Martin 6th, Matt Kenseth 7th, Ricky Rudd 8th, Dale Jr. 9th, Jeremy Mayfield in 10th. We're about to have a dogfight between Jeff Gordon and Dale Jarrett. I can feel it coming. Gordon leads 163 laps, takes the 10 bonus points to cut, oh gosh, I don't know, 10 points into the lead of Dale Jarrett. All right, Coke 600 time. Who won this in real life? Jimmy Johnson did for the 2nd straight year. I just remembered that off the top of my head. Yeah, Jimmy Johnson, 2 straight Coca-Cola 600s. It'd be nice to get him to actually win a race just in general in the simulation. Same with Ryan Newman. Jeremy Mayfield's another one that hasn't won anything. Obviously, we have Jamie McMurray and Scott Wimmer, although those cars seem to just suck. So they're slightly better than what they were in. Maybe if we were to get lucky and get a Mark Martin retirement, I mean, McMurray could move again, but I do not know what we're going to see happen. But I know we're about to find out who is winning the Coca-Cola 600 here in 2004. Well, it's not going to be either Jimmy Johnson nor Jeremy Mayfield. 1/10 of a second is the margin of victory. To whom do the spoils go? Dale Jarrett. Is that the 2nd straight year? No, Mark Martin won the Coke 600 last year. Or last season. I thought he had won a Coke 600 before that in this. He's just won so many damn races. It's hard to tell what's going on. But Dale Jarrett starts 2nd, finishes 1st, only leads 48 laps. Ricky Rudd dominated. Robert Yates Racing bringing it to the competition at Charlotte. Jeff Gordon finishes 3rd, Kurt Busch 4th, Mark Martin 5th. Sterling Marlin starts on the pole and finishes 6th. Rusty Wallace finishes 7th. Jeff Burton finishes 8th, and Ryan Newman finishes 9th. Matt Kenseth in 10th. Dale Jr. all the way down in 15th, and we saw Jimmy Johnson DNF because he sucks. And Dover is next. I think when I do the schedule changes, let me know your guys' opinion, but I think I am going to make the Coke 6... Well, I kind of need to leave the Coke 600 alone. I don't know. I need to make something... No, because Daytona's the halfway point. I don't know. We'll figure something out. Because I definitely spent the first episode saying that we're halfway through the season right now, even though I can't read or can't do math. But here we go to Dover for race number 13, and 3 races away from a check-in point. Not good. Less than half a second margin of victory, but it's going to be a rough one because Junior DNFs, Harvick DNFs, Bill Elliott DNFs, Rusty Wallace DNFs, Jeff Gordon also DNF. I'm honestly surprised that it was not Dale Jarrett, but it is Sterling Marlin winning the MBNA something or another 400. Jeff Burton finishes second, Mark Martin in third, Ricky Rudd in fourth, Johnny Benson in fifth, Matt Kenseth, Kurt Busch, Terry Labonte, Tony Stewart, and DJ finishes 10th, led 12 laps. Not too shabby. Who led the most laps? Oh, Jeff Gordon did. He led 151 laps and then didn't finish. That is very bad for the 24 team. And Pocono is up next, where I'm sure Jeff Gordon will DNF yet again, because that's all he seems to do now. Well, I don't think nobody DNFs. Well, oh gosh, Jamie McMurray finishes starts 28th, finishes 41st. 3.5 second margin of victory after no caution laps. Mark Martin wins at Pocono. All right. I think that's his second or third win on the year for Mark. Matt Kenseth finishes second. Sterling Marlin third. DJ in fourth. Jimmy Johnson in fifth after starting on the pole. Thankfully did not shit the bed completely, just couldn't win. Tony Stewart in sixth. Dale Jr. in seventh after DNFing last week. Jeff Gordon in eighth after DNFing last week. Ward Burton and Ryan Newman. I am just waiting for somebody to take over the dominance from Dale Jarrett. Maybe we'll get a Mark Martin championship. That would be cool. Something extremely underrated. Never seen it happen before. That would be nice. As we head to Michigan for the Sirius Satellite Radio 400. I think that's the second straight year I've read that off, but I do not care, as we are just a couple of races away from the halfway point here in 2004. And I believe we just went back-to-back no caution races. Again, 8 seconds margin of victory. Dale Jarrett, gotta be. Oh no, Mark Martin. Mark Martin goes back-to-back and leads 178 laps of 200. Jeff Gordon finishes second, Dale Jarrett third, Tony Stewart in fourth. Sterling Marlin in fifth, Ricky Rudd sixth, Jeff Green seventh, Kurt Busch eighth, Bobby Labonte ninth, Shane Hall in 10th. Oh gosh, there's Matt Kenseth. I didn't see the 8 car anywhere. Dale Jr. not having a good time after being the points leader, and that just is how 2004 went for him in real life also. So Mark Martin has won the last 2 races and is 128 points back at Dale Jarrett. That's just how good DJ's been this year. Jeff Gordon, 193 back. That's a full race. He's not out of it. Junior, way out of it. In 9th. Eesh, how the mighty have fallen. Jimmy Johnson's in 13th. Bro, if you don't do something, I'm gonna be so mad. Good God, brother. I mean, 13th isn't terrible. 12th is your best. You were in the top 10 in points earlier. Pick it up. Scrub. The real race we're watching for dudes in better cars, Scott Wimmer's in 35th. And J-Max in 29th. There's like a 200-point gap there. So 1070, almost a 200-point gap between the two guys in somewhat competitive, slightly more competitive cars than the crap they were in before. Jimmy Johnson, 3 poles, don't care anymore. Dale Jarrett has 5 wins. Mark Martin and Sterling Marlin each have 3. Rusty, Jeff, Dale Jr., Kurt Busch all have 1. Marlin and DJ again, 10 top 5s apiece. Dale Jarrett, 13 top 10s, leads the circuit. Still a 6.9 average finishing position. Very nice, Mr. Jarrett. Very nice. And he has not led the most laps. Jeff Gordon has, and Jeff Gordon has forgotten how to finish races. Very nice. Troy Hayes. Sure. Troy Hayes. And Katrina Good. Your 2 top contenders for Rookie of the Year. Trey North still there. Not a chance. Dale Jarrett won a Jackpot 5 race at Lowe's. Daytona is the next one coming up. And Ford is demolishing the competition again, with Jeff Gordon leading the most laps. Oh, man. I don't know. I think it's another season. Dale Jarrett's just gonna dominate and walk away with it. But I mean, that's how it goes sometimes. You can't have. We had such a good season in season 1 that a couple of not as great seasons, not gonna complain about, but we still, again, a lot of racing left as we head to Infineon, one of the 2 road courses on the schedule. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. All right, well, there was less than a second in it. Tony Stewart, Mark Martin, DNFs, Jimmy Spencer, Matt Kenseth, Dale Jr., all DNFing. Oh boy, I mean, that leaves like Jeff Gordon, Sterling Marlin, Dale Jarrett. Dale Jarrett wins, it's over. Oh. Okay. All right. Bobby Labonte wins. Was not expecting that. He led the most laps. Dale Jarrett in second. Jeff Gordon in third. I was not expecting to see Bobby Labonte. Rusty Wallace, Mike Skinner. Hey, top 5. Kyle Petty in the top 10. Kevin Harvick, Ryan Newman, Michael Waltrip, Ricky Rudd. 7 cautions for 23 laps. Oh my goodness. Heck yeah, good run. Mike Skinner, Kyle Petty. Finally getting some different names up here in the top 10. As we head to Daytona for the Pepsi 400. Michael Waltrip, I want to say, won this race IRL this year. I don't think that's right, though. I have to take a peek. No, Jeff Gordon won it. Michael Waltrip must have won the 03 one then. I don't know. I'm getting confused. But, yeah. Pepsi 400. Don't know the point situation, but Dale Jarrett is mud stomping everybody. As far as I can remember. Here we go. Well, they must have put Jimmy McMurray's engine in Mark Martin's car because he only goes 30 laps and it goes kaboom as there's a 4.5 second margin of victory at Daytona. Some of the super speedway ones are not my favorite. Jeff Burton wins the Pepsi 400. Yay. John Andretti finishes third. That's nice to see. A surprise top 5 is good. I want a surprise winner, but I'll take a surprise top 5. Kevin Harvick finishes second. Junior, Bill Elliott, 4th and 5th. Sterling Marlin, Rusty Wallace, Jeremy Mayfield, Tony Stewart, Kurt Busch. Scott Wimmer in 14th. Dale Jarrett in 15th. And J-Mac in 17th. Let's go. Tropicana 400. I wonder when the orange was rolling around on the track. I wonder what year that was. I don't know. Probably not this year. The halfway point of 2004. We're about to reach it. Let's go. All right. 4-second margin of victory. No cautions. That's good. No DNFs. Not great for the point standings. But Dale Earnhardt Jr. bounces back for a win after DNFing either last race or 2 races ago. Dominated. Led 188 laps. My goodness. Just suffocated everybody. Bobby Labonte second. Jimmy Johnson in third, Ricky Rudd in 4th, Mark Martin in 5th. Jimmy Johnson's right there. He's going to break through. He's going to be the first one to win between him and Ryan Newman. I can feel it. Jeff Gordon in 6th, Kurt Busch 7th, Jeff Burton in 8th, Rusty Wallace, Terry Labonte. Where's that evil 88 car? It's in 14th. Dale Jarrett 14th. Interesting. As we head to New Hampshire for race 19. Well, the drive for 5 may never end yet again. Jeff Gordon DNFs. Sterling Marlin also DNF'd. I think that means Dale Jarrett's going to win the race. 4.5 second margin of victory. Oh, it's Mark Martin. Surprise. That is a surprise. Mark Martin, 3rd win of the year, leads 38 laps. Pretty good showing for the 6 car. Ricky Rudd, Jeff Burton, Bobby Labonte, Johnny Benson in 5th, Rusty Wallace, Michael Waltrip, Tony Stewart, Matt Kenseth, and there's DJ in 10th. Jimmy Johnson yet again starts on the pole and does not do anything with it. Now to race 20 up in the Pocono Mountains. I think Mark Martin won it earlier this year at Pocono. He's been pretty good this year. Dale Jarrett's consistency has been so good, and he has not DNF'd since like the first race of the year, which is really impressive. So here we go to Pocono for race 20. Sterling Marlin, rough stretch continuing as it's a 4-second margin of victory. Sterling was up there early in the season, but a couple of DNFs in the last, I'd say 10 races. It's hard to remember going through a lot of this. Kurt Busch. Okay, Kurt Busch, second win of the year. Let's go. Kind of heartbreakingly at Pocono, where his career ended, unfortunately. Not a fan of this version of Kurt Busch, but older Kurt Busch, very cool guy. Jeff Burton in second, Matt Kenseth third, Dale Jr. fourth, Dale Jarrett in fifth, Mark Martin sixth, Jeremy Mayfield in seventh, Jeff Gordon in eighth, Rusty Wallace, and Johnny Benson. We are cruising right along as we get to the Brickyard 400. We're going to stop and stare at the standings. Dale Jarrett is running away with it, and it's going to take a miracle. Kurt Busch in fourth, having a good season. Oh my gosh, I did not realize that was Kurt Busch's first career win in the simulation. My bad. I totally flubbed that. I mean, he's having a great year. Great year, up in fourth in the points. I mean, Dale Jarrett would have to fall apart in order for these guys to catch him. Mark Martin in fifth. Those couple of DNFs really killed his season. I mean, you'd give him even just like top 10 finishes, and he's very close. Sterling Marlin, DNFs have killed him. Dale Jr., DNFs have killed him. I mean, Jeff Gordon's 249 points back. DNFs have killed him too. Jeff Burton, really the only one in reach of Dale Jarrett at this point. I'm done looking at the polls because it's always Jimmy Johnson. Jarrett 5 wins. Mark Martin 4 wins. Sterling Marlin 3 wins. Dale Earnhardt Jr. 2, Kurt Busch 2, Rusty Wallace 1, Labonte 1, Jeff Gordon 1, Jeff Burton 1, and not Darrell Wolf. 12 top 5s for DJ, 10 for Martin, Marlin, Gordon, and then 16 top 5s for Dale Jarrett, 15 for Gordon, 14 for Mark Martin, 14 for Jeff Burton, and an average finishing position of 7.4 for DJ. So, yeah, I mean, Jeff Gordon is, I mean, if he could finish a race, 1,200 laps led, I mean, he's just, I mean, a couple of DNFs have really hurt him. J-Mac has run all the laps this year, it looks like, too. Congrats, Jamie McMurray. And Kyle Petty, too. Pretty nuts stuff. Scott Wimmer won the pole last week, by the way. I just saw that. Oh, no, not my guy. Not my guy, Trey North. All the way down there. Katrina Good. Old as hell. 1959. We did not have a Jackpot 5 winner at Daytona. The next one will be the next Richmond race. Ford murdering Chevy right now. Sad boy hours. Jeff Gordon has led 1,200 laps, but only has like 1 win, I think. Yeah, only the 1 win for Jeff Gordon, which puts him at 70, which is 6 away from Dale Earnhardt Sr. But it's, I don't know. Jeff Gordon is falling apart, dude. He's falling apart. Dale Jarrett is at 48, so tied with Herb Thomas. I need to keep an eye on that. He's 2 away from tying his dad, which is, I mean, that's pretty freaking cool if you ask me. As we head to Brickyard 400. As we head to Brickyard 400, as we head to Indy for the Brickyard 400. There we go. All right, we have a good finish here at Indy. 6/10 of a second, almost 7/10 of a second. Rusty Wallace and Bobby Labonte not involved in that finish, but of course it is. It's Dale Jarrett. Beats Ryan Newman to the line by 7/10. Sterling Marlin 3rd, Tony Stewart 4th, Jeff Gordon in 5th. Matt Kenseth 6th, Scott Wimmer in 7th. Holy shit, Scott Wimmer in 7th. Jeff Burton 8th, Bill Elliott 9th, Mark Martin in 10th. Ryan Newman was right there, man. Led 24 laps. Oh, man, I want it so bad. I want somebody to step up and do it as we head to the Glen for race 22. Blowout. A 9-second win, basically, at Watkins Glen as Wolf sits on the pole at Watkins Glen. What the hell? Dale Jr. Wow. Dale Jr. Dale Jr. leads 81 up 90 laps, starting 37th. That's at least a little more reasonable than starting in the 20s and leading all but 3 laps at the Brickyard. Dale Jr. goes from 37th to 1st in 9 laps and whips everybody. Jeremy Mayfield in 2nd, Rusty Wallace in 3rd, Kurt Busch in 4th, Jeff Gordon in 5th, Robbie Gordon 6th, Matt Kenseth 7th, Jeff Burton 8th, Johnny Benson 9th, and Mark Martin in 10th. I don't see Dale Jarrett anywhere. Not that it matters. Scott Wimmer's 14th. Okay, it does matter because Dale Jarrett's all the way down in 22nd. Jamie McMurray finishes 34th. Woo. Pepsi 400 at MIS. I had such high expectations for Jamie McMurray, and I have been severely let down as we run race number 23. Okay, we've had a lot of close finishes here in season. This would be the 3rd season, 02, 03, 04. 0.2 of a second between Dale Jarrett and Tony Stewart. So Jarrett wins race number 6. He's 1 away from tying his dad. He's at 49 career wins. Mark Martin in 3rd, Dale Jr. in 4th, Ricky Craven in 5th, Jeff Burton in 6th, Ward Burton in 7th, Rusty Wallace, Johnny Benson, and Kyle Petty. Kyle Petty gets a top 10. Jimmy Johnson once again starts on the pole, does absolutely nothing with it, as Mark Martin leads 80 laps, but can't get the win. Time for another crown jewel. I forgot to write down who won the Brickyard, but it's fine. And the Coke 600, except I'm pretty sure it was Mark Martin and then Dale Jarrett. But crown jewel number 4.
It's Bristol, baby!
Holy cow. 0.05 of a second. Kurt Busch DNFs. Sterling Marlin beats Dale Jarrett. Oh, man. Kevin Harvick in 3rd. Jeff Gordon in 4th. Dale Jr. in 5th. Tony Stewart, Bobby Labonte, Mark Martin, Matt Kenseth, Ryan Newman rounds out your top 10. Oh, man. Thank you, Sterling Marlin, for winning that race from 39th. What a drive. Yeah, I mean, it's Dale Jarrett's championship to lose at this point. Wow. What a finish. I was so surprised to see that. 57 lead changes, too. I don't believe that one bit. But time for the Southern 500. I love that Bristol and Darlington are back-to-back crown jewels. That is very cool. Very cool, in my opinion. Haters, get fucked, nerds. Time to see who wins the last crown jewel of 2004. So Sterling Marlin finishes up a nice close win by DNFing. Oh man, I was kind of hoping he'd go back to back. Sterling Marlin, kind of cool to root for, I suppose. Dale Jr. wins another Southern 500. Yeah, another one. He won it last season too. Matt Kenseth in 2nd, Jimmy Johnson in 3rd, Elliott Sadler in 4th. Kind of surprised. I mean, kind of surprised is an understatement. Really surprised. Elliott Sadler finishes 4th, qualified well too. Kevin Harvick in 5th, Jeff Burton in 6th, Ricky Rudd 7th, Bobby Labonte 8th, Dale Jarrett 9th, and Kurt Busch in 10th. Other than one top 10, we have not seen Jamie McMurray do anything. I'm disappointed. Kyle Petty finishes 20th, Ryan Newman 19th. Oh man, I'm waiting. I'm staying patient. I want a first-time winner so bad. As we take a quick glance at the standings, Dale Jarrett has a full race on Jeff Burton and like 2 races on Jeff Gordon. Mark Martin in 4th, Dale Jr. 5th, Matt Kenseth 6th, Tony Stewart 7th, Kurt Busch 8th, Sterling Marlin 9th, Bobby Labonte in 10th. It would take a wholesale collapse from Dale Jarrett to lose the championship at this point. Again, not even going to look at that. I want to see Scott Wimmer. Yes, Scott Wimmer a pole. Darrell Wolf a pole. At his home track, no less. Watkins Glen. Kyle Petty got a... What the hell? Kyle Petty got a pole? I did not even notice that. Dale Jarrett has 7 wins. Mark Martin 4. Sterling Marlin 4. Dale Jr. 4. Kurt Busch 2. Rusty Wallace, Bobby Labonte, Jeff Gordon, Jeff Burton, all with wins. Also, Dale Jarrett, 15 top 5s, 20 top 10s. I mean, he's just running through the field. His average finishing position is 1 better than Jeff Burton, and it's not even close with the rest of everybody else. Not even close. He's just smoking everybody. There's your polls. Pause it if you want. Ford just absolutely killing Chevy. It's not even close, and Jeff Gordon has 200 more laps left, but can't do squat about it. As we head to Richmond for the beginning of the final stretch, let's see if Dale Jarrett can hang on with a full race advantage. Holy cow, 0.3 of a second is your margin of victory. It's not going to be Dale Jr. It is going to be Bobby Labonte. I think his second win of the year over Sterling Marlin, Dale Jarrett, Tony Stewart, Jeff Burton, and then Ryan Newman, Mark Martin, Jeff Green. I totally blanked on that. Jeff Gordon, and then Jimmy Johnson finishes 10th. Why? I just don't understand why. What happened to Hendrick, man? Hendrick fell apart. As Jeff Burton leads 200 laps of 400 to secure bonus points. New Hampshire 300 is next. Dale Jarrett just tightening the screws on the competition right now. No cautions at New Hampshire. Jeff Gordon, your winner, by 4.5 seconds over Jeff Burton, Ryan Newman, Rusty Wallace, Matt Kenseth, Mark Martin, Kevin Harvick, Tony Stewart, Dale Jarrett in 9th, Bill Elliott in 10th. I like how it goes JJ, RR, MM. That was kind of satisfying to see. Jeff Gordon, 138 laps led. Dominates again as Dover, their last appearance on the schedule in 2004. Okay. We might have a race for the championship yet. Dale Jarrett DNFs at Dover. Sterling Marlin wins at Dover. Jeff Gordon finishes 5th. That's important. Mark Martin finishes 3rd. I think he is a little far out of it. But the key is if you have somebody DNF, the people that are close have to capitalize. Jeff Gordon finishes 5th. That's huge. Rusty Wallace, Ricky Rudd, Terry Labonte, Kurt Busch, Jeremy Mayfield, your bottom half of the top 10, and then Tony Stewart, Mark Martin, Matt Kenseth. As Sterling Marlin just whips him. 336 of 400 laps led at Dover, winning by 7 seconds almost. As we head to Kansas for race 29. No DNFs, no cautions, 2-second margin of victory. Holy shit, he did it! Holy shit, he did it. Jimmy Johnson, 2 seasons and basically 3/4 of a 3rd season, finally turns one of his 8 million poles into a win. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, my controller is broken. I got so excited. He led 19 laps, starting from pole, but finishes P1. Finally, that is huge. As Matt Kenseth finishes 2nd, Jeff Gordon finishes 3rd, Tony Stewart 4th, Mark Martin 5th, Elliott Sadler 6th, Michael Waltrip 7th, Kurt Busch 8th, Bill Elliott 9th, and Dale Jr. in 10th. Where is Dale Jarrett in 18th? Oh my goodness. Are we going to have a championship race that I did not foresee coming? We'll find out after Talladega. Oh my god. I called it. I said Jimmy Johnson was going to be the first rookie to win between him and Ryan Newman. Not really rookies anymore, but fine. Dude, it took so long. So long. So long. Like 90 races. So long. To finally get a Jimmy Johnson win. Maybe he'll just rip him off now. That would be kind of cool as we go to Talladega. Well, Jimmy Johnson not going to go back-to-back. Dale Jr. not going to say shit on live TV and lose the championship lead. But, I mean, it's just a 6.5 second margin of victory. Sterling Marlin. I mean, that's the other guy you can kind of count on plate tracks. Starts first, finishes first, 42 laps led. Not going to get the bonus points. Jeff Gordon gets the bonus points. Mark Martin, Dale Jarrett, obviously Jeff Gordon finishes 4th. Bobby Labonte in 5th. Johnny Benson, Ryan Newman, Kevin Harvick, Jeff Burton, and Rusty Wallace round out the top 10. I'm still in shock that Jimmy Johnson finally won a race. Like, shock winner. Yeah, I'm very impressed that he finally did it. It took him long enough. Good Lord. Okay. Interesting. We have a 4-horse race for the championship right now. Mark Martin on the fringes, 177 points back. Not totally out of it. Could do it. Jeff Burton, 126 points back. Again, not totally in it, but could do it. Jeff Gordon, a little bit closer. But all it would take is like a race win and Dale Jarrett to finish like 15th again, or lower like he did not too long ago. Jeff Gordon, how about it? Fighting back hardcore with only like 1 win on the season. Obviously, Jimmy Johnson, 11 poles, finally won a race. Dale Jarrett, 7 wins. Is at 50. He tied his dad. I missed that. What did he win? That I didn't... I don't know what he won that I didn't realize. Sterling Marlin has 6. He's up to 16 career wins. Mark Martin has 4, putting him at 41, which I think surpasses his actual career record. Dale Jr. at 4. He's up to 16 career wins now with Sterling Marlin. Bobby Labonte, 22 career wins. He has 2 on the year. Jeff Gordon does have 2. He's up to 71, 5 away from the Intimidator. Kurt Busch with 2. Rusty Wallace with 1. Jimmy Johnson finally with 1. My God, that took forever. Jeff Burton with a win also. And then 17 top 5s for Gordon and Jarrett. There's time left. Jeff Gordon's turning it on at the right time. 23 top 10s for Mark Martin and then Gordon Jarrett. And then 8.7 average finish for Dale Jarrett. Slowly being caught by Jeff Burton, Mark Martin, and Jeff Gordon. It's going to be a close finish. Jeff Gordon's led 1,400 laps. We'll look at the awards at the end of the season. Not too much going on. Let's get to it. Last 5 races of the year. Let's go. Let's see if Jeff Gordon can make an amazing comeback or if Dale Jarrett's going to hang on to end the season. Couple of DNFs. It's mainly just Mike Skinner. But less than a second is the margin of victory after 43 lead changes. Rusty Wallace finishes first after starting 39th, leads 60 laps. Jeff Gordon can't make up anything on Dale Jarrett, who outpoints him by 20, so it's 134 now instead of 114, which is tough if you're a Gordon fan. I didn't look at the rest of the top 10. That's really all that matters right now is the points fight between those two. That is slowly going towards not even being a fight at all. As we head to Martinsville. All right, we do not get our classic Martinsville banger like we had been getting. Ryan Newman DNFs. Sterling Marlin wins race, 7 on the year. Good Lord. Tony Stewart finished 2nd. Jeff Gordon in 3rd. Did not lead any laps, so no bonus points. Just the base 165. Harvick in 4th. Jimmy Johnson in 5th. Kurt Busch. Dale Jarrett in 7th. Jeff Burton in 8th. Bobby Labonte in 9th. Matt Kenseth in 10th. 7th gets him 146 points. So Gordon makes up the 20 points he lost last week, down to 113 as we head to Atlanta. All right, almost a 6-second margin of victory. Rusty Wallace was the DNF I did not see. I selfishly was, I don't know if I was really hoping for it to be Dale Jarrett or not. John Andretti, Mark Martin, yikes, not good, another DNF. Jamie McMurray DNFs, tough day for Roush, 3 DNFs. Hate to see it. Dale Jarrett wins. Johnny Benson, no, Johnny Benson finishes 2nd. Oh, I was hoping Johnny Benson would pull it off. Jeff Gordon finishes 3rd. I was gonna say, I think Dale Jarrett dominated. It's pretty well wrapped up. That gap just staying at like 114 to 130. Dale Jr. in 4th, Tony Stewart in 5th, Ricky Rudd 6th, Jeff Burton 7th, Bobby Labonte 8th, Ward Burton 9th, Sterling Marlin in 10th. 3 races left as we head to The Rock for race number 34. What's going to happen is, I'm on pins and needles because Dale Jarrett DNF'd really late last year. He DNF'd really late last year, had a much bigger lead, but I think he got his one late season DNF out of the way, and I think it's about wrapped up here. Not our king Scott Wimmer DNFing after starting on the pole. Oh man, if they could, I mean, I think he can win a race at some point. I do in that 7 car. It'll be a long shot, but I don't see why not. Dale Jr. DNFs along with Ricky Rudd. And of course, Dale Jarrett, crushing the dreams of Jeff Gordon right now, dominates. Mark Martin 2nd, Bill Elliott 3rd, Matt Kenseth 4th, Ward Burton 5th, Kurt Busch, Tony Stewart, Sterling Marlin, Jeff Gordon, and Rusty Wallace. As we head to Phoenix, we're going to take a quick look at the standings. It is not over, but it might as well be. It really might as well be. 1 DNF and Gordon's back in it, but I do not see that happening. Although it did happen last year at Phoenix, but I don't think it's going to happen 2 years in a row. Okay, it did not happen 2 years in a row. We don't have a DNF from Dale Jarrett at Phoenix. 1.747 is the margin of victory. If he won the race, it is over. He won the race. It is indeed over. Dale Jarrett, back-to-back, just crushing of the competition. When I think he won the last 2 races of the season, but it's over. I mean, he gained 10 points over Gordon, which puts it at 187. 185 is the max you can get in a race. So, well, we can, I mean, 150 something is really the max you can gain. But yeah, it's over. Dale Jarrett, back-to-back champs. Back-to-back champ. Also, I mean, big season for him, passing his dad in all-time wins. He's at 53 now, which puts him 1 behind Lee Petty, ahead of Denny Hamlin currently, but 1 behind Lee Petty. Just, I mean, 10 wins, absolutely annihilated everybody. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I mean, it's good. It's good. That's good stuff. Back-to-back championships, 10 wins. I mean, just demolished the entire field. 7.8 average finish. Jeff Gordon, couple early season DNFs, couldn't get over it. We'll just put the bookend to it. Only 1 DNF is Ricky Craven. We have 1 caution, 5.5 second margin of victory. Sterling Marlin ends the year with a W. Jeff Gordon finishes 2nd. Dale Jarrett literally just had to cruise around because it was locked up, and he finished 12th still. So good season. Good season all in all. Dale Jarrett had us on the edge of our seat there for a second if he was going to choke or not. Jeff Gordon just couldn't quite pull through here in 2004. Obviously going to do the silly season stuff real quick, and we'll get out of here as we get ready for 2005. All right, quick look actually at the Rookie of the Year. Audrey Clark wins Rookie of the Year in the 111. Our guy, where'd he go? Did he not make a start this year? No. Trey let us down again. I don't know where he's at. Jimmy Johnson, obviously 12 poles on the year. Sterling Marlin did win the Jackpot 5. Ford absolutely annihilated Chevy again. Chevy's going to have to up their game, but Jeff Gordon led the most laps. So you have to think at some point he's gonna win his 5th championship. I'm gonna do silly season and then we'll get out of here. So really the only news is Chad Chaffin is replacing outgoing Kenny Schrader, and Audrey Clark, your Rookie of the Year, is replacing somebody in the 16 car at Day Enterprises Motorsports. I don't think that means there's going to be 2 16s in the Cup Series, but there might be. That's hilarious. So, don't want to change settings, and we are ready for 2005. Once again, guys, if you enjoyed that, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. DJ2X in the comments. If you're going to drop a comment, make sure to share it with your friends. We'll see you next time. Peace.